The human brain, a 3-pound universe tucked neatly within our skulls. It's a silent worker, orchestrating everything from our heartbeat to our dreams. It's responsible for every memory, every emotion, every decision we make. But how does this biological marvel, with its billions of neurons and trillions of connections, actually work? Imagine a bustling city, with information constantly flowing like traffic along a complex network of roads. That's your brain. Different regions, like specialized districts, manage specific tasks. The front, our forehead region, is like the executive suite, handling planning and decision-making. Deeper inside, more ancient structures control basic functions like breathing and heart rate, ensuring our survival even when we sleep. This incredible organ is constantly changing, rewiring itself with every new experience. When we learn something new, it's like building a new road in our brain city. The more we travel that road, the stronger and more familiar it becomes. This is the essence of learning and memory, the brain's ability to adapt and evolve throughout our lives. Let's take a closer look at some key districts in our brain city. The cerebrum, the largest part, is like the bustling city center. It's divided into 2 hemispheres, each controlling the opposite side of the body. The cerebrum handles higher-level functions. Language, memory, reasoning, and personality all reside here. At the back of the head, the cerebellum is our coordination center. It's like a skilled choreographer, ensuring our movements are smooth and balanced. Whether we're walking, dancing, or even just maintaining our posture, the cerebellum is hard at work. Buried deep within, the brainstem acts as the city's essential services. It controls vital functions like breathing, heart rate, and sleep-wake cycles. This ancient part of the brain works automatically, keeping us alive without us even having to think about it. And then there's the hippocampus tucked away deep inside. It's our memory encoder, responsible for forming new memories and linking emotions to them. Think of it as the city's librarian, carefully storing away important events and experiences for future retrieval. Now let's zoom in on the citizens of our brain city, the neurons. These specialized cells are the building blocks of the brain, responsible for transmitting information throughout the nervous system. Imagine them as tiny messengers, constantly sending and receiving signals. Neurons communicate with each other through a fascinating combination of electrical and chemical signals. When a neuron is activated, it generates a tiny electrical impulse that travels down its long, slender axon like a spark traveling down a wire. When the impulse reaches the end of the axon, it triggers the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters cross the synapse, the tiny gap between neurons, and bind to receptors on the receiving neuron. This binding process can either excite or inhibit the receiving neuron, influencing whether it will fire its own electrical impulse. This intricate dance of electrical and chemical signals allows billions of neurons to communicate and coordinate, giving rise to our thoughts, emotions, and actions. The brain's activity is a symphony of interconnected processes. Consider the simple act of breathing. Sensors in our body constantly monitor the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our blood. This information is relayed to the brainstem, which automatically adjusts our breathing rate to maintain a healthy balance. Or think about the complex movements involved in dancing. The motor cortex plans and initiates the movement, sending signals down the spinal cord to the muscles. The cerebellum fine-tunes the timing and coordination, ensuring graceful and fluid motions. Meanwhile, the hippocampus might be busy forming memories of the dance steps, while other areas process the music and evoke emotions. Here's a fun fact. The brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. This electrical activity is constantly fluctuating, creating brainwave patterns that can be measured using an electroencephalogram, EEG. Our brains are truly remarkable organs. They allow us to experience the world around us, to think, to learn, to love, and to dream. Understanding how our brains work gives us a greater appreciation for this extraordinary gift and empowers us to take better care of our cognitive health.